Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Happy New Year. Today is New Year's Eve and I am hopefully going to get my final video of the year out to you today or maybe tomorrow on the 1st. And it is the third part of our Dewalt chisel series. In the first two videos, I flattened the back in the first one, and in the second one we honed the bevel for you. Now I want to talk about what I like about these chisels, what I don't like about these chisels. Do I think they're worth it for you? I'll compare them to a couple other brands. I'll let you know what I think. I'll chop some wood here, show you them in use, and give you my final overview on them. First, I'd like to go over a little bit of cleanup from my gifts for the woodworker video. In that video, I did tell you about a 3-pack of chisels for $21, and that is what I purchased because that's what I thought they had at the time. I have since found out that there is a 4-pack out there, which includes the 1/4 inch. So it's 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. That is $32 at Amazon. I'll put all the links below. I also found you can buy these things individually, but individually they're priced at like $14 to $17 depending on the size. That gets a little expensive when you consider the the 4 chisels in the 4-pack are about $8 a piece. So all of these will be linked below so you can pick and choose what you think you would like or need. So that's a little bit of cleanup on the pricing. All of it will be linked below. You'll see it. I actually bought the 3-pack, so I did buy the 1/4 inch separately and individually, and it ended up costing me about $3 more than if I bought the 4-pack. So $35 instead of $32. Not the end of the world. Okay, so what are these chisels? What do I think about them? What do I like? What don't I like? Well, these are obviously in the inexpensive tier at, in the 4-pack, $8 a piece. And I would grade these as construction grade chisels, basically, which they are. These are plastic handled with a metal cap at the end, and they're construction grade, which isn't the end of the world. But how do they work for us? I'm going to tell you right now, if you're looking for a construction grade chisel, these are great. I would tell you right now, I don't want to tell you to stop watching the video, of course, but if you're looking for just a chisel to put in your tool belt because you're a carpenter and you want something to bash out, 2x4s and make space for things, these are really good. I would highly recommend go right to Amazon, pick the size you want, buy the one for like $14 or $15, put it in your tool belt. It'll last you a very long time and it'll work great. It's a good to great construction grade chisel. But what will it do for woodworking? That's what we really want to know. So let's talk a little bit about the ergonomics. Ergonomics is very important in woodworking and chisels because they're in your hands a lot and you want them to be comfortable. Now this is where construction grade chisels honestly usually fall apart. Think about something like this. Now this is the Harbor Freight. This is about as low as they get, but see how small this is. This handle, you want to hold this little handle where this edge is in the palm of your hand, or do you want to hold a bigger handle like this? Look at the size difference here. These are almost 4 inches longer. That's good. These short ones, a lot of construction grade chisels are short like that. Now they're starting to change. At the home center, you can get this Jorgensen, which is about 1 inch shorter than the Dewalt. So the Dewalt is nice and lengthy, which I like. It's almost as long as the industry standard, as far as I'm concerned, for entry-level woodworking chisels, which is the Nerex bench chisel, the basic bevel edge chisel. As you can see, it is about 1 inch shorter than the Nerex. So pretty close. Not that bad. The handle shape itself, now it is plastic with a rubbery substance. Not the greatest. I prefer wood, but it's a nice, well-shaped handle. It feels good in my hand. I feel like I can hold this for quite a while. It does have a flat spot on top on both sides for your thumb to rest. And I don't know if you can see that, but my thumb is on it right now, right there. I kind of like it because my thumb hits there. But if you were to hold your chisel like this or off to the side, one side or the other, maybe it's a problem for you because, you know, it might get in your way a little bit and just feel a little weird. All in all, the actual feel of the chisel, I think, is pretty good. Now, moving down to the metal, let me grab a little bit larger one. Here's the 3/4 inch here. One thing I'm not really thrilled with is these are bevel edge chisels, meaning they have a bevel right here on each side, but they end pretty quickly and they have a pretty flat area going down to the side. They do taper. We would prefer in woodworking to have that bevel go a little closer to the bottom. Something like what we have with the Narex. You can see here the flat spot. Here's the bevel, and the flat spot is much less. That allows you to get into dovetails and corners of joinery. Makes it a little bit easier to dig things out of corners of, you know, dovetails for the most part. But, you know, on the other side, that puts a little more steel in here and it makes it a little bit better as the construction chisel. You got a little more beef there, a little bit easier to get in there and dig and bend and do all the crazy things you carpenters do when you beat the hell out of chisels. These will take it. These are ergonomically, I think, really well made as far as an entry-level chisel at this price point goes. As far as them being prepared from the factory, no. They're not sharp out of the box. I know I've watched several YouTubers say that these are sharp out of the box. They're absolutely not. They're dull as hell. You know, I don't know why some people think that that's sharp, but it's not. I just showed you 2 videos on how to sharpen these things, and it took me over an hour to get the 4 chisels sharp. So it takes work to get them sharp, but I will say that Dewalt did a very good job preparing these things. I used the 3/4 inch to demonstrate flattening the back, and it honestly wasn't bad at all. It was the worst of the 4. The 1-inch chisel, the back flattened in about 5 minutes. The other 2 were just as quick. They were really well prepared. So I was impressed with how well Dewalt prepared these for this price point. You know, remember, at this price point, nobody is grinding a bevel all the way down to the bottom like I mentioned. All chisels at this price point are ground about like this. Very few of them have backs as flat as these were. So I was impressed with that. So now let's talk a little bit about the actual use of them. How do they perform? Because that's the most important thing. All chisels, for the most part, can get sharp. It's how long they stay sharp before you got to go back to the strop and use them again. So let's get into that. I'm going to set a few things up and we'll do a little bit of chopping. Okay guys, the first thing I would like to test here is, you see I got a little piece of 2x here. Just some pine. We're going to see if we can chop a mortise out of this. I've made a line here, a knife mark, just one line that I'm going to reference against. You know, we're not really making this to actually put a tenon in, so I'm just going to do this freehand here just to see how it chops, okay? So I got the 1/4 inch chisel, which is primarily what I think we'd be using most of the time. And it went down nice. So the 1/4 inch chisel is usually your cleanup chisel. We're happening to use it here because the 1/4 inch is the mortise we're making. But normally, this is the chisel I'd take to go into the bottom here now and clean this schmutz out that's in there. And this is what the 1/4 inch is best for. And it's why you need the 1/4 inch in this set. And it's why I recommend the kit of 4 instead of the kit of 3. And, you know, I'm not going to go all the way down as far as I need to. We are in here about close to an inch, and you know what I can tell you is, in pine, this did fine. It actually cut straight down in there. You know, I do have a knife line here. If I wanted to shore this line up, I could put my chisel now into the knife line. Okay, there you have it. It does cut a mortise. It's not a mortising chisel by any stretch, but you can go ahead and chop a hole with these things. And how does it hold up? You know, the chisel is still sharp enough to cut pine without skipping. And pine is actually a very good test of a chisel. As you can see, it's still slicing quite nicely. Pine is soft. If a dull chisel goes to pine, it will dent. A sharp chisel starts cutting and goes through nicely. Dull chisels, because the wood is so soft, will dent and then have a hard time cutting. This is still cutting after chopping that, so that worked out well. I got one more little test for you here. And I need to get this out of the way. And I have a piece of hardwood here, a piece of cherry. And what I did is I cut a nice edge here, and I'm going to run a mark at a 1/16 of an inch. I saw Rob Cosman do this, and I'm going to kind of copy him. We're just going to make a mark right on the edge here. I say a 1/16. I'm guessing it's about a 1/16. And what his test is he then, and I'm going to have to do this sideways to you. The test would be, angle it a little bit at you, would be to put the chisel right in the cut line, right in the knife line, and chop down. And that didn't move much at all. I gotta hit it harder. And look and see what kind of cut we're getting. This cherry obviously is harder wood. I'm going to go down to the 1/2 inch. And I'm going to see if I can continue this down now. Okay, what I'm seeing here, and I don't know if you can see this, is we are getting a clean cut. I hope the camera's focusing on that. If it's not, I'll take a picture. This is going to take a little time. It just is what it is, but we are going down and we are making a nice clean cut, referencing the knife line, obviously, and continuing down. You know, at some point we can continue all the way through. As you can see, it is making a fairly nice cut on the wood. I'm going to try to hide my face because I think the camera's trying to focus on my face. I will take a picture of that if it doesn't show up. But what I'd like to test one more thing. After doing that, I'd like to stick just a piece of pine back in the vise and grain up. And just see if these guys will still cut pine on the end grain. And I can tell you that they're cutting. This one's cutting, but I can tell it's a little bit weaker than it was before I started. Same with this one. On the end grain, it's a little bit weaker than it was. Now, running with the grain, I'm sure Yeah, we can still run with the grain fine. So they have still got some edge to them. If I was going to continue chopping, these are still fine and long grain, end grain, they're ready to go back to the strop. If I was going to continue chopping and try to, clean this whole end up here, I'd go back to the strop right now. So that's about normal. That's not that bad. I know this is very unscientific. I made a mess of the little mortise there, and I kind of made a mess of this too. Let me do the 1 inch here a little bit. This would be the one that we would be using for this. I actually started hammering a little harder here, and the 1 inch worked a little better. I should have been smashing the other chisels a little harder as well. Yeah, and it's doing well. As you can see here, the 1 inch is on the bottom part of this now, and it has made a nice clean cut in there as well. The 1 inch would be the one I'd use for this. That's why I always say for chisels you want a 1/4 inch, a 1 or 1 1/4 inch, and then something in between. It could be a 1/2 inch, 3/8, 5/8, 3/4 even, whatever. So that's why the kit of 4 works well. You got the 1/4 inch, you got the 1 inch, and you got 2 in between. That's a good set to start with. My take on these chisels. Okay, for construction grade, they're great. I would not hesitate to buy one of these to use for construction work. For woodworking, they do work. They're probably a very good entry-level set of chisels that if you're a beginner and you're just starting out and you're not sure if you want to get into this and you don't want to spend a lot of money, they're probably a good set to start with. My assumption is at some point, if you do progress through your woodworking journeys, you'll outgrow them. That's not really a bad thing, because outgrowing them means getting into some more premium chisels, even if it's just the Narex bench chisels, or something more premium like, a Narex Richter, or a Lee Valley, or excuse me, this is the Veritas PMV 11, or the Lee Valley with the handle that comes off all the time when I hang it, or other premium chisels. You can step up and move on, and these can stay as your secondary, call it beater set of chisels, because they're good enough to use. You're doing a project in knotty pine, you don't want to use your new expensive chisels, bring these guys back out. They'll work fine. You hit a hard knot and you damage the tip a little bit, take it back to the stones and fix it. At least you're not grinding that metal off your new chisels. So I do think these are worthwhile. I think they're, dare I say, of all of the inexpensive sub $10 construction grade chisels that I've messed with, these are the best. These are the best I've used by far. They've been prepared the best. Ergonomically, they're the best, and they do cut hardwood and softwood, albeit probably not as good as a a premium chisel, but they do work well. So I can say I highly do recommend these Dewalt chisels. I think they're well made from the factory, and I think they'll do you well, at least for your first couple of years in this woodworking journey. And hey, if you never move past building a birdhouse or a box here and there, and you work with your kid once in a while in the shed for a Boy Scout project or something, guess what? They're probably the only chisels you ever need, and they'll do the job for you, and you'll have them around the house for everyday use as well, which they will do fine. I would never want to take some of those chisels over there and work on a shed or a fence or my deck. No way. But these I would take out and do that. So even if you don't progress along in the woodworking journey, there's still a good set of chisels to have around the house. So I do recommend the Dewalts quite well. I hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Have a great day. We'll see you in the new year.